What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comments section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Giants broadcaster Dave Flemming, he called out the Dodgers and said that their pitching has been impacted by MLB's crackdown on foreign substances more than any other team. He says that Walker Buehler and Julio Urias haven't been the same pitchers since. I want all your takes on this down below in the comments section, and I want to know what you think. Do you think the Dodgers have been negatively affected by MLB's crackdown? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So today we're going to talk about Dave Flemming and his take on the Dodgers. Now, who's Dave Flemming? Well, Dave Flemming is the Giants play-by-play broadcaster. You see him occasionally doing national broadcasts for ESPN. He'll do some football. He's their equivalent to Joe Davis, and he went on a local radio show up in San Francisco called The Roast, and he said that the Dodgers have been negatively impacted by MLB's crackdown on foreign substances more than any other team.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He says that Walker Buehler hasn't been the same. Julio Urias hasn't been the same. Well, you guys want to give a listen to this. Here's Dave Flemming calling out the Dodgers and how they haven't been the same team since MLB's crackdown on the sticky stuff.
But the rules changed about the sticky substances, and that changed the Dodgers team. They're still really good, really, really good. But Walker Buehler no longer can throw one fastball after another by the Giants. Julio Urias can no longer blow the Giants away with pure stuff. It changed those guys. It did. And that, to me, changed this season. And the Dodgers have been impacted by that more than anybody. If you check out all the numbers, they have been. And the Padres have been impacted by it, too. Yu Darvish's performance has fallen off a cliff, basically to the day that rule change was made. And several of their other pitchers have struggled since then. And I'm not blaming anybody, and the MLB wasn't enforcing it. This is not an accusatory thing, but I'm just saying it did change their season, and it didn't change the Giants. The Giants were not reliant on that stuff, and they have held the line with their performance.
So I hope you got a good laugh from that, because Dave Flemming's take couldn't be any further from the truth. Look, I'm calling him Fake News Flemming from now on because the numbers just don't back up his ridiculous take. Now, you know what I like to say, guys. You got to bring your facts to the fight, and if you look at the numbers, since MLB's crackdown on foreign substances, it began around June 21st. And since then, the Dodgers team ERA is at 2.66. That is first in all of Major League Baseball. Now, what was their ERA leading up to that? It was 3.31. That was good for fourth in Major League Baseball. So the numbers say that the Dodgers have actually improved after this foreign substance crackdown, and they've been the best pitching staff in all of baseball, not just from the starters, but also from the Dodgers bullpen. So that was just absolutely ridiculous. Now, if you look at some of the other numbers too, just look at the WAR numbers, an 11.7 WAR since the crackdown for Dodgers pitchers. That's tops in Major League Baseball. So, look, the numbers just don't back up what he's saying, but let's keep going with this. Let's talk about the Dodgers pitchers that Flemming specifically called out in Julio Urias and Walker Buehler. Well, the sticky stuff crackdown began around June 21st. That's when you started to see umpires checking hats, checking belts, checking gloves. You remember the moment with Max Scherzer or when Sergio Romo pulled down his pants? There was a lot of craziness when it first started. Well, up until that day, Julio Urias, he had a 3.99 ERA, a 26.8 K percentage. Walker Buehler, he had a 3.38 ERA and a 25.2% K percentage. Well, since then, you ready for this? Wait for it. Julio Urias has a 2.38 ERA, a 26.4 K percentage, and Walker Buehler, he has a 2.27 ERA and a 26.6 K percentage. And yes, did Walker Buehler have his first clunker of the season season when he went up to San Francisco and gave up 6 runs in 3 innings in the Dodgers' 6-4 loss a few Sundays ago? Yes, he did. But that was his first clunker of the season. He had gone at least 5+ innings in each of his starts this year. It was the most runs he had allowed since September of 2019. And that wasn't about sticky stuff. To me, that was about Buehler just having an off day and maybe having some arm fatigue. So the fact is that their ERAs have gone down since the crackdown. Also, since July 1st, Julio Urias has a 1.67 ERA. Buehler has a 2.29 ERA. Well, why don't we talk about the Giants' 2 pitchers that were getting it done early on this season? Remember when Kevin Gausman was being mentioned in Cy Young talks? Remember when everyone talked about the big year for DeSclafani? Well, it turns out it was Kevin Guzman and Anthony DeSclafani. Since July 1st, their ERA of 4.08 for Gausman and a 4.05 ERA for DeSclafani. Now, up until the crackdown, Gausman, he had a 1.51 ERA and a 30.5% K percentage. DeSclafani, he had a 3.01 ERA and a 22.1 K percentage. Well, since the crackdown on June 21st, Gausman, a 3.92 ERA. That K percentage has gone down to 27.44%, and DeSclafani, that ERA has gone up to 3.72. So the facts do not back up this silly narrative. This is irresponsible, in my opinion, by Dave Flemming. This is pure grade A BS that this guy, who is the Giants guy, can you imagine if Joe Davis was going around on AM 570 and just literally making up misinformation about the San Francisco Giants? Hey, be careful who you listen to. Always look up your own facts, because there is a lot of BS out there, and today it's coming from Dave Flemming of the San Francisco Giants broadcast team. He should go on national radio and apologize to the Los Angeles Dodgers, because the Dodgers, they have 3 legitimate, bona fide Cy Young candidates, and Max Scherzer, who in my opinion is the current front runner after what he did Sunday, taking a perfect game into the 8th inning. And yes, Corbin Burnes, he's definitely in the mix. I would not have an issue if Corbin Burnes won the NL Cy Young Award. That's how great he's been this year. But you also have Walker Buehler and Julio Urias. They're going to receive votes. If Butane goes off in the next few weeks, he could get back in the mix as a front runner as well. So the Dodgers pitching has literally improved. They've literally dominated the league since the MLB's crackdown on foreign substances. So look, am I a Giants fan? No, I'm not. But you're never going to see me come on here and just make up stuff to discredit the Giants and dismiss what they've been able to accomplish. You're not going to see me come up here and say, oh, the Giants have been negatively affected by steroid testing and the ban on steroids in baseball. Look at their home run hitters. They're not doing the same. That's just making up stuff completely, like what Dave Flemming did with the Dodgers. But let me know down below in the comment section, do you think the Dodgers have been negatively impacted by MLB's crackdown on foreign substances? And also, I want your take on Dave Flemming's take down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. For latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. Be sure to download the Dodgers Nation app. It's been a big hit for my Android and my iPhone users. You can get all the Dodgers Nation content in one place. Got really cool filters. You got the Justin Turner beard. You got the Mad Max Scherzer face app. Lots of cool features on there, so be sure to download that app immediately. But thanks again for rocking with us, guys. See you next time, and until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.